Hey guys, as I'm editing this, I just realized that even though my footage looked good on my camcorder, as I uploaded it, it looks like I filmed this in a cave. So please forgive me, and yeah, thank you.
Unpopular opinion, Walmart candles are better than Bath & Body Works. There, I said it. When you think of phobias, you probably think of things as arachnophobia, which honestly makes sense if you think about what our ancestors had to face back in the day. It would make sense if you had a fear of snakes, spiders, or things that could eat you or kill you. Sometimes our brain can act a little funny. And we all know a lot of people like to say, oh, I am so afraid of clowns, like I just can't with clowns. Well, those people probably don't have phobias because I'm pretty sure that if you see a picture of a clown online, you don't break down in tears, because if you did, then you would be diagnosed with a phobia. The definition of a phobia is an extreme irrational fear or aversion to something. So this thing can be debilitating. People go to therapy for years to try to get over these phobias. They can be caused by childhood experience or some things that aren't as obvious. So phobias can be really just detrimental to people's everyday lives, and my heart goes out to anyone who actually has a phobia. Now, I knew someone back in the day who had germophobia and OCD, and they would literally wash their hands until they were raw. Now, I cannot imagine what it's like to go through some of that. Some famous people with phobias that you probably didn't know about are number 1, George Washington, taphophobia, the fear of being buried alive. Now this may seem strange to you, but it makes a lot of sense when you think back in the day before they had embalming, medical procedures that would make sure that people are actually dead. And sometimes this would actually happen. So if I lived back in the day, I would be terrified of being buried alive. I'm just taking a really good nap or something, and then someone's just like, well, let's just put her in the ground. This is actually so common back in the day that people would actually have grave sites that had little bells that went down into the casket when they were buried so they could ring it, and then the undertaker could hear them and be like, oh no, we fucked up. Number 2 is Richard Nixon. I'm sensing the theme here. Richard Nixon had nosocophobia. I think I'm saying that right. The fear of hospitals, which I too understand because I just spent 6 hours of my day the other day at the emergency room just for them to tell me that I didn't need to be there. Number 3 is Oprah Winfrey. That's right. The woman who loves red is also afraid of chewing gum. Now this is called chiclophobia. Now I don't really understand what this is entailing, and I don't understand how horrible this is for her, but I just thought it was kind of an odd fear that I've never heard of. And I thought, how is this not more talked about, that Oprah Winfrey is afraid of chewing gum? Number 4 is the most famous of them, Billy Bob Thornton. He has chromophobia, the fear of bright colors. Now, I know what you're thinking. I'm pretty sure I had this in middle school when I was going through my emo phase and only shopped exclusively at Hot Topic. But no, this is a real thing, and it could be horrible, and I really feel bad for anyone who's afraid of bright colors, because bright colors make me happy. Now, these phobias might seem strange, and you're just like, probably these are just eccentricities of the rich and famous. Well, I'm here to tell you that they are not. And shame on you for believing so, because there are even some stranger ones out there that affect everyday people. And here are the top 5 strange phobias you probably didn't know existed. Number 1 is astrophobia. Now this is the fear of lightning and thunder. It's actually said that up to 10% of adult people in the United States are afflicted with this phobia, which I have the complete opposite of because I love thunder and lightning storms. I know, I'm just so different, aren't I?
Number 2
is electrophobia. People with this phobia have a debilitating fear of chickens. Just the very image of a chicken sends them into panic attacks. Now, this is terrifying because I wouldn't like to be walking around the Midwest terrified of chickens when, let's be honest, they're all over the fucking place.
And number 3
is trypanophobia. Now, I hope I said that right because I'm pretty sure I might have a mild case of this phobia. The fear of the thought of being injected with something. So like needles are no. And to be honest, I was at the hospital, like I said, a couple days ago, and when they put the needle in my arm, I almost threw up and passed out. Now, I don't like to say that I can just get triggered just by a thought of being injected with something, so I really feel bad for people who just the thought of going to the doctor have to be like, okay, I'm gonna have an anxiety attack if I have to get a shot.
And finally, number 4
is gamophobia. This is the fear of marriage and commitment. I can honestly say that I've probably dated some people with this phobia. All jokes aside, this is actually a real phobia that people can have and it's debilitating. Even the thought of talking about that topic of marriage can cause uncontrollable sweating, crying, and anxiety. And let's be honest, our society is filled with thoughts of marriage, and my heart sincerely goes out to people who have this phobia.
And last but not least,
gatophobia. Gatophobia is the fear of cats, and it's estimated that 22.2% of people in the United States are terrified of this little guy. Look at him. He's so cute. Yeah. I hope if you have this phobia, you are not watching this video. Sorry. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is the first video on my new channel, and I'm super excited because I'm going to be covering topics that are more fun and sciencey and really just things I'm really passionate about, and he will make more cameos, so subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of my cat. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I don't know why I did that. I'm sorry.